Well, it's great to have you right on Newsfeed this 16th day of May 2023. Good afternoon. I'm Flora Limuke. We have a lot in line for you, including Pastor Ezekiel Odero's attempt to have access to his 15 bank accounts has been denied by the Mombasa High Court, as the Mombasa High Court Judge Olga Sewe ruled that the preacher's bank accounts remain frozen. His lawyers have issued statements to the High Court in Nairobi in a bid to grant the pastor access to his bank accounts, citing that the Pastor Ezekiel New Life Church has been reopened and is running its normal operations after the Mombasa High Court granted its resumption orders.
Leo asubuhi tumeweza kutengeneza application kuchukua kotini, ambapo tuna maswala karibu 7 ambayo tumeeleza mahakama. Swala la kwanza ni kwamba account zilizofungwa zilifungwa kwa sababu kulikuwa wakati moja hotuba iliyotolewa kwenye vyombo vya habari kwamba kanisa la Pastor Ezekiel limefungwa. Hilo tatizo tumelitatua pale Mombasa, na kuanzia jana mahakama kuu ya Mombasa ilisema kwamba hakuna mtu atakayeruhusiwa kuingiza kidole ama kuchokoza kanisa la Pastor Ezekiel. Kwa hivyo kanisa ni halali na kanisa limekubaliwa kufanya kazi yake. Kutokana na hayo, tumerudi hapa na kuleta hiyo judgment na kuonyesha mahakama ya Nairobi kwamba sababu zilizoleta polisi kufunga mahakama ni kwamba kanisa lilikuwa limefungwa, sasa kanisa limefunguliwa. Tumeomba mambo matatu. Kwanza, account ya kanisa, ambapo katika ile account ya kanisa wanafunzi katika taifa la Kenya zaidi ya 5,000 ambayo pastor anawasomesha hawajaenda shule kwa sababu pesa zile zinatoka kwenye ile account ya kanisa, ndio wale wanafunzi waweze kulipiwa.
Elsewhere, Kenya is on the brink of fulfilling one of its commitments to regional and international treaties on arms control as the country nears completion of its ambitious marking of firearms and ammunition. The National Police Service, NPS, has already marked 98% of its firearms stocks, while the Kenya Defence Forces, KDF, is at 70% with the process. Speaking during the official opening of a 3-day workshop to review and adopt policies of regulation of small arms in the region, the Principal Administrative Secretary, Security, Wilson Njenga, has termed this progress as a huge milestone that sets Kenya on the path to the elite league of nations that have taken concrete steps to combat the illegal arms trade. Njenga noted that the ultimate goal to build a foolproof framework for the control and regulation of illicit arms flows and prevent diversion of such weapons into the legal and criminal networks without disrupting legitimate transfers.
We are launching the task force on sand harvesting policy and management, which we have constituted to help our county to come up with the procedures, to come up with the regulations, and to come up with modalities of how sand harvesting and management will be undertaken in our county. Currently, the way it is being done is not orderly. It's a haphazard, and it's characterized by a lot of innuendos, a lot of character assassination, a lot of lies, a lot of interests, and even a lot of apprehension or concerns, people thinking they are going to be displaced after we put the task force in place. The task force is not there to investigate. I've seen in social media posts or even in some mainstream media using the word investigate. We are not investigating anyone. We put a task force to advise us how we are going to put order or to bring order in that particular sector.
Migori County has now started a project aimed at minimizing and preventing road accidents in the area by doing a thorough cleanup and controlling traffic. This comes 1 week after 2 people died and 10 others were left nursing injuries following an accident involving a lorry that was ferrying sand, lost control and fell on some vehicles. John Kobado, the County Secretary for Lands, Physical Planning, Housing and Urban Development in Migori County, says the project is aimed at ensuring the safety of pedestrians using the Kisii-Migori Road.
We want to make sure that Migori is as clean as it is intended to be. In the recent past, this municipality has had very serious challenges. We have had a series of accidents. You remember we had an accident, I think, on 8th of last month. Just slightly over 1 month again, on 10th, we had another accident. The first accident claimed close to 13 lives. The second accident, I remember we lost 2 lives. And we do not want that one to repeat.
So we request the traders and everybody that is concerned to join us. Let us not face the resistance, yet when there is an accident, we complain. So we are requesting the boda that we are going to come soon. Kindly evacuate the A1 road and keep off of that road. Number 2 is the private vehicles. We are preparing the parking of these private vehicles so that we cannot park along the A1, so that we create that space to avoid this accident. The last thing is about the traders that are alongside the A1. It is not a must that we sell along this A1. We want to expand our town because the population also is growing.
Elsewhere, Azimio leader Raila Odinga has taken a firm stance on the Finance Bill 2023 that is expected to go under consideration in Parliament. He has expressed his strong opposition to the bill and has issued a stern warning regarding its potential impact on the citizens. Let us now cross over and listen in.
Agency taxes such as withholding tax, excess duty of gaming and betting, and withholding VAT to be remitted to the Commissioner real time in 24 hours or 3 days. Introduction of withholding tax on payments made in respect of digital content monetization. Turnover tax bands and rates are proposed to be revised. Introduction of digital asset tax upon digital asset transfer or exchange value. Increase of marginal tax rate applicable to employees from 30% to 35%. Introduction of 3% employee and employer contributions to the National Housing Development Fund. At the time of our statement last week, we took some comfort in the fact that the bill was being subjected to public participation, and there was a possibility that the reservations of Kenyans would be taken into consideration. Since then, however, the Kenya Kwanza hubris has kicked in. The top leadership of the Kenya Kwanza regime in Parliament and the executive have pronounced themselves on this matter. They have said that the finance bill will pass as it is. They have said not even a comma shall be removed. On Sunday, Honorable William Ruto said the 3% housing levy to be deducted from the basic salaries is mandatory patriotism. National Treasury Secretary Njuguna Ndung'u has said Kenya Kwanza is hiking taxes to catch up with the neighbors. Kenya Kwanza's leadership in parliament has also declared that they will have their way because a government never loses. It is clear the so-called public participation is being invited is a mere charade and a gimmick to give Kenyans false hope before they are hit with a tsunami of taxes beginning July. As Ruto was speaking on Sunday, the Energy and Petroleum Regulatory Authority had just raised the retail fuel prices by Kenya shilling 3.4 for the super petrol, shilling 6.4 for diesel, and 15.19 for kerosene. The Kenya shilling itself also continued with this free fall against other major currencies. The rise in the price of fuel and the continuing fall of the shilling means the cost of everything goes up again. Kenyans will
Well, more details on that story in our subsequent bulletins at 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. Moving on, at the River, Deputy County Commissioner Charles Wambugu has issued a stern warning to wines and spirits shops that are unlawfully converting their retail stores into bars. This is part of a plan to ensure that the flow of illicit brews is disrupted.
While addressing journalists of Machakos County, Athi River Deputy County Commissioner Charles Wambugu says the owners of wines and spirits premises who convert their stores to clubs will be arrested and charged in court.
The wines and spirits premises, we know there are some business owners who have the tendency of converting their licenses into bars. And that is, of course, against the public health provisions, because when you have been licensed to sell for takeaway, you just do that. You don't start creating, room for people to come and drink, referrals to come and buy and drink and sit.
Wambugu further revealed the launch of a 90-day rapid response initiative crackdown in the area to enforce compliance with business regulations.
This RRI is going to continue for 90 days, beginning today, and we have mobilized and activated our ward and divisional multi-agency teams. So we are going to continue that way as a team. As I've said, this is a multi-agency for the purpose of checks and balances, so that we are able to achieve our objective.
The operation's first day resulted in no arrests and no confiscation of liquor during the 6-hour raid, which pleased the team.
We want to say that the multi-agency team is impressed by what we have found, because the level of compliance for the premises that we have visited is quite impressive. And we want to urge our investors and business, micro and medium enterprise owners in that subsector to continue, ensuring that they comply with the regulations and legal framework set by both KEBS and KRI.
Vera Alberta, TV47, Nairobi.
A health official at Mumandu Hospital in Machakos County has been arrested for the involvement in the theft of public medicine from the hospital. Just one day after the removal of the CEO of the Kenya Medical Supplies Authority, KEMSA, by the president, according to Rashid Kalam, the secretary of the Machakos County Health Department, the official was caught red-handed transporting hospital drugs for the sale to private clinic. In collaboration with the officials from the Ministry of Health and some rogue police officers, for some time, there have been complaints about insufficient availability of drugs in Machakos County hospitals attributed to some health officials engaging in the theft of public medicine, which is then sold in private clinics. According to Kala, the Machakos County government spends over 3 million shillings every month to purchase drugs, many of which have been disappearing into the hands of health officials who sell them in clinics, leaving the public without medication.
He is in custody. The officer has given us in statements and the police are also doing their own investigation. We are also doing our parallel investigation, and we will give further guidance at a later time. From the store and taking it outside for sale. This officer is now in custody, and we are in the phase of investigations, and we will give you more information as it unfolds. I would like to state that the county government of Machakos spends 35 million every month on drugs.
Farmers in Kongoni, Lukuyani sub-county in Kakamega County have complained of what they describe as harassment by county officials in subsidized fertilizer distribution operations. In more than 10 villages from Mukunga village say that when they arrived at the county offices to collect the fertilizer, the officers confiscated them. Journalists' efforts to reach the officers hit rock bottom as they were locked out.
Mbolea tulinyang'anywa na mwenye alinyang'anya sisi mbolea. Tuliporudia hata akisema wafanye mkutano kidogo ndio watatuita. Tukakuta mbolea ikiuswa na hata wanahusia tena watu wa Uasin Gishu. Na alikuwa anasema mbolea iendi Uasin Gishu. Cha kusikitika sana. Sisi wenye tulinyang'anywa mbolea, sisi sana ni wajane, hata mimi ni mjane, sina mbele wala nyuma. Lakini licha ya hiyo yote, mwenyewe alituambia yeye ni mkubwa sana, hata tukimwona yeye ni mkubwa. Kwa hivyo alikuwa na uwezo ya kutunyang'anya na tukajua kumbe kuna wenye wako juu ya sheria. Tungeomba tu gavana, kwanza tungemshukuru gavana kwa kutujali sisi watu ya jini, kutuletea hiyo mbolea, alafu sasa angalie tu vijana wenye wametutumia ndio wenye kufanya corruption, waangalie vizuri.
Mimi naitwa Evelyn Afula Bwile, senior village elder wa Mukunga. Nashangaa sana wakulima wa Mukunga nikiwa ndani mwao. Tulilibia mbolea kupitia kwa M-Pesa account. Nashangaa hiyo mbolea tulipo sign tunachukua ili tuliweza kunyang'anywa. Wakati tulinyang'anywa hiyo mbolea, karudisha kwa store, na ikasemekana ya kwamba wataongea kama kamati na watuite tupewe mbolea. Maajabu, hiyo mbolea kamati ilikaa siku ya Jumatano. Alhamisi ilipofika, tulifika mahali hapa Kongoni ili tupewe mbolea. Nashangaa tulifika tukapata mbolea inauzwa. Chameni, wakulima wa Mukunga tukimbilie wapi?
Garissa County is now asking the public to donate blood after the county referral hospital said it is facing blood shortage in its blood banks. Speaking at a blood donation event in Garissa town, Garissa woman representative Amina Siat urged the general public to volunteer and donate blood frequently in order to save lives.
Here to donate blood for the General Hospital. I do know that you understand it is Mother's Day today, and there's a lot of mothers who have who need blood transfusions, and the bank at the hospital is dry. So as a community, as people of Garissa County, we decided through the foundation, I have an NGO that worked here for the last 10 years, and through the foundation we decided that we donate blood as usual. We donate blood every year, twice. Every 6 months, half year, we donate, the next we donate the other one.
And I've been doing that to help in my own small ways those people who are weaker than me, those people who are in need of blood. I don't know how many people have saved their lives, but inside my mind, I have that comfort of knowing that in one way or another, I have saved many lives. I want to tell you people, giving blood to the needy, those people who are sick and needy of it, is a noble idea. It's the best charity every human being and every Muslim can give. Once you give blood, your blood, you give, you get more. It doesn't reduce.
Kenya Investment Authority says that business process outsourcing has grown by an average of 20% annually for the past 5 years in an event held under the Ajira program, where government is focusing on relying on customer service and information technology to outsource jobs for high turnout of graduates entering the job market. Speaking during the event, Kenya Private Sector Alliance KEPSA chairman of Digital Skills and Value Subsector David Waithaka said the country should go for an outsourcing hub for foreign companies to fulfill the high demand of jobs. However, Waithaka said the government should be cautioning with tax policies to protect such opportunities. The government targets to increase the ICT contribution to the economy by 10% by 2030.
Number 1 of 2023, which gives our mandate as a State Department. We also get our broad mandate from the Kenya Vision 2030 blueprint, where it's envisaged that the ICT sector will contribute to 10% of the gross domestic product of the Kenyan economy. So we see ourselves basically in the ministry as an enabler to contribute and to improve e-business, e-government services, e-commerce, entrepreneurship, and digital skills, as well as enhance